What's up, Raza? What's up, JC? Raw and Strong. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe if you haven't. Make sure you share, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and yeah, let's get this going. I mean, you guys know what I talk about on my channel. If I'm not talking about my personal life of what I've been through and what I've been going through and what I'm about to do, you know, that it is what it is. I always make jokes, comments. I act like myself. I keep it real, and yeah, you know, I joke around. Sometimes I'm serious. Sometimes I'm in a good mood. I think I'm bipolar. Nah, man, it is what it is. You know what? I've come to realize that if you don't laugh about your life and you don't laugh about your experiences, then you know you're gonna go crazy. And I think that's what kept me insane my whole life, even after everything that I've went through and gone through. So, you know, yeah, I mean, I always tell people this is a entertainment and learning channel. It's not a baking channel. It's not a craft channel. It's about my story and about prison, motivation, fitness, cartel stuff, everything that ties in with my story. And with that being said, who is El Menchito? Do I even sound Mexican when I say that? El Menchito. Menchito. Well, I think I need to work out my Spanish a little bit more. It's crazy. Well, his dad is El Mencho, the leader and the founder of the Jalisco Cartel Nueva Generación. It's pretty much a big organization that runs the game right now. They've taken over, pretty powerful. They're running a lot of stuff through Mexico. But that's how the feds work. You know, they take one out, they extradite El Chapo, they extradited some of the other bigger guys, and new people come, fall in place, take over, start new stuff. It's just like the street gangs. There's always 10 people in line to take over. And El Menchito was arrested in January of 2014, but was released lack of evidence. That always happens in Mexico. He was actually born in the U.S. And I think that a lot of these I was just talking about this the other day, a lot of these new cartel leaders and cartel members, a lot of them are now U.S. born, so they've been around like gangs, they've been around this side of town, so they know how the U.S. works, how it is. You know, it's very, very, before, you know, even in my town in Moroleon. And by the way, I want to say thank you to all the people who have sent me messages from Yuriria, Uriangato, Moroleon, Leon, all thank you, man. Hey, this is why I do what I do. Thank you, gracias, thank you. I feel it in my heart every time I get those messages. But, you know, a lot of these high-ranking members are born in the U.S. and they have dual citizenship, so they have citizenship in Mexico. Mine was taken away when I got busted in Mexico. They made me sign a waiver that I would not go back to Mexico because I committed the crime in Mexico. So they made me sign a paper that I couldn't go back. You guys notice? This is take 2. So I shaved. On the first one, I still had like a beard, a wannabe beard. But what I'm saying is that by them living in the U.S. and being around U.S. like gangs and all that stuff, they know how the game is. So it makes them smarter to be able to do business over here. I mean, El Mencho was actually in the United States also. He caught a couple cases here, if you look up his story, and I'll do a video on him later on. But he was also in America. He was in California. I think he got busted in San Francisco. My boy El Prophet did a video on him. But, you know, it makes it like back in the day, there was very few people that were coming to USA. Now everybody's been here. It was just different. It was a different time. But like I said, Menchito was arrested in January 2014. He was released due to lack of evidence. He was born in the U.S. and he was, you know, he was suspected to be a high-ranking member for the Jalisco Nueva Generation Cartel. I wouldn't say suspected. I mean, once it's a family business, it is a family business in Mexico. It's just kept in the family. As you guys know, his dad was a Mencho, and I have to repeat myself so that way you guys get the whole, like, what I'm trying to say. So if they can't get you, they're gonna get somebody close to your family. I've told you this over and over again in all my videos. The feds don't play. They don't play, and if they can't get you, they're gonna get somebody close to you, and that's just how they work. He was extradited to the U.S. in February 2020. He is facing trial in the U.S. for drug trafficking. Who knows how much time they're gonna try and give him? Once they bring you over here, you know, they could charge you with all kinds of stuff because they kind of look at you as, oh, you know, drug traffickers are labeled now as terrorists in the U.S. And I'm not trying to glamorize it or get on nobody's side because I also did it. But the thing is that there's a big difference between selling drugs and being a terrorist. I don't know. I'm going to probably get a lot of messages on this and stuff like that. I have a hard time, you know, dealing with stuff sometimes because of how the laws work here in the U.S. and how things are. For instance, how a sex offender, child molester, you know, rapist could get an apartment and I can't because I was a drug trafficker. So, you know, that puts a little chip on my shoulder because why is it that I always have to live in the ghetto because of my charges? I paid my debt to society, but I'm still paying for it no matter what. Like I'm still on paper. I'm still, you know, all these things. So it kind of like, you know, it makes you a little like, I'm not gonna lie, you get a little pissed off, you know, but it is what it is. And like I said, you know, I work every day to try and get better and not feel like I have that chip on my shoulder. But I did the time, did the crime, whatever. You know, it is what it is. But now that the U.S. has custody of him, man, like I said in the past, man, the feds don't play. They're gonna try and make an example of you, and that's what they do. You know, it's a crazy game right now because they're extraditing drug traffickers from Mexico like crazy, and they're looking for them. They're hitting them hard, and you know, we live in a different time where it's not cool. And like I showed in my past videos, there's a lot of people cooperating. There's a lot of people, you know, telling. There's a lot of people working with the government itself, everything. 6ix9ine. Oh no, that's a different. That's my old joke. Oh man. But it is what it is, man. Get your life right. Stay in school. Say no to drugs. You know, I used to remember that commercial back in like, I think it was the 90s where they used to show that guy cracking that egg and put it on the pan, and they would say, "This is your brain on drugs." Like, it's crazy how much the world has changed. And how much everything's different now. And, you know, it's not like hush hush no more. Like they're bringing them over here. They're sentencing them, hitting them over the head with life sentences, 20, 30, you know, and now weed's legal. You can buy it at a store. You can buy this. Like things are changing and everything's changing. I would have never thought I was going to have a YouTube channel. Me? See my I always wanted a goatee, but I don't grow the whole thing, so I'm gonna settle with half of it. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. You can watch all my shenanigans. I got some big stuff planned for April. I can't tell you what it is because it's a surprise. But I got some stuff planned for April. Big changes. Good things are happening with my brand, my book, just everything in general. It's moving. I go to the prison this Friday to go speak at a graduation. And things are happening, man. You know, if you want to support, you know, drop me a message. Tell me what you think. Just tell me what I can do to make this better. You guys are my raza, my familia. I am humbled to have you guys follow me. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, all my social media platforms. I would have never thought that I would be doing this in all my crazy ass dreams. I would have never thought that I would be doing this. And you know what? Every day I do this, it's a blessing, and I just love it. I love it. I get to be myself, and you guys send me mad love and messages, and it is what it is, man. So thank you. Subscribe, share, tell people. JC, Wrong to Strong. Don't judge nobody. Give somebody a hug. Stay in your lane and stay savage. That's the #1 thing. And later on, you guys will know what savage means. All right.